Like I said last night, I was going to talk about this game today. The Pistons defeat the New York Knicks to tie the series up at 1 apiece, 100-94. And now looking back at these two games, I could comfortably say that the Pistons have had control of the series for 80% of the time? I mean, they probably would have won Game 1 if it wasn't for that 21-0 collapse of the Pistons in the fourth quarter in Game 1. But they've been playing very well, especially on the road. And today's focus on the defensive end, because besides Jalen Brunson, who had a fantastic game once again, I know people were complaining about the flopping and all that, and Mikal Bridges had an okay game. It felt like that the Knicks starting five just weren't as potent offensively as they were in the regular season. And when the starting five isn't holding up your end of the bargain, the Knicks aren't the type of team to rely on their bench, because when have they relied on their bench this entire season? They had 10 points off their bench today, especially from Miles McBride. But who else? No one else. Plus 6 of those points came at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth? And that was definitely a difference maker, especially on the Pistons end, who had over 30 points coming off their bench. You had 9 from Malik Beasley. You got some damn good moments from B-ball Paul Reed. But Dennis Schroeder, man, the guy who was a throwaway in the Jimmy Butler trade, ended up on the Pistons, did very well for them at the end of this season. And then in this game, when Cade Cunningham was being the main focus on the defensive end for the Knicks, he alleviated the pressure and he hit some big time shots. Good efficiency, 20 points. He hit that three, I'm not sure if it was at the beginning of the fourth, maybe end of the third, which kind of rattled in. And then when all the focus was on Cade, he had a wide open shot there in the fourth and he knocked it down to kind of seal the game. He played fantastic, but the star of this game was this man over here, Cade Cunningham. 33 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Yes, there were 5 turnovers, and that's going to be part of the Cade Cunningham experience. But he basically took advantage of whatever matchup he was given to him. You could see him give buckets to Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, on the fast break, on OG Anunoby. Yes, OG was kind of smothering him there in the fourth quarter, but Cade Cunningham, for the most part, played at the superstar that this Pistons needed him to be. And he had to be aggressive because the three-point ball wasn't falling for the Detroit Pistons. That's why they had 34 free throw attempts, but they were able to get a lot of success when attacking the basket, especially against a Karl-Anthony Towns who is known to be foul prone. I think he got 5 fouls on someone else on their team. I forgot who. Double check, there was Jalen Brunson, also 4 fouls from Josh Hart. And yeah, the Knicks couldn't stay in front of the Pistons when they were able to attack the rim. They did a good job at least trying to win the 3-ball battle, but the Pistons were the more dominant team, especially on the inside today. The only other guys I want to shout out, Jalen Duren, 12 points, 13 rebounds. He caught a clutch lob at the end of this game. Tobias Harris has been good these first 2 games of the series. And as a Pistons fan, you got to be happy knowing that you were dominant for 80% of the series so far. And you're going back home with a 1-1 lead. You got to be excited. As for the Knicks, they got to be better. They can't just rely on the fact that they could possibly go on a 21-0 run like they did in Game 1. They need Towns to have a bounce-back game, and to be honest, they need more from the other starters. Still, nonetheless, great win for the Pistons.